TalentedOnes Radio, hashtag TL Radio, hashtag TL Media, hashtag too many hashtags, keep hashtagging it out. And we're back, man. It's Jay Shep. And today we're here with, music. I know how I feel about the music. I know how I feel about the bars. And I think y'all understand when I do these Zoom interviews, it's not anybody from the city right now. We know it's COVID still going on. We're telling people to still kind of social distance, even though we know the cities are opening back up. Be safe. I got to throw this out there in the beginning. Make sure to vote. Make sure to vote. Make sure to vote. Make sure to vote. Y'all know how we talk about it on the radio show. Y'all know I say this in every interview that I drop. Make sure to go vote. And right here we have West Coast. We have California. We have Young Energy. We got we got chains, as we can see. Man, my man.
Yes, sir. Gotta be fly.
I feel you. My man Isaiah Bowers, man, out of LA. What part of LA you out of?
Crenshaw District. Lamar Park to be exact.
For sure, man. Man.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good. Feeling blessed. You already know. How about you, bro?
I'm doing well. Just trying to make everything work right now. We're getting back to the swing of things with the pandemic. We really dropping stuff over here. And speaking of dropping stuff, I know you dropping stuff over there as well. Parlay.
Mm-hmm.
I told you off camera, off Zoom, and I was just jamming that before we got on the call, man. I'm liking the music that I'm hearing, man. Who were your inspirations growing up music-wise?
Shoot. Honestly, I take inspirations for everything, I live in a very musical household. My mom listens to a lot of R&B, and then on my pop side, he listened to a lot of rap. So it's a little bit in between the both of them. But if I had to pick like my main influences, it would probably be, West Coast artists like Pac and Kendrick. And then, when I want to spit bars or anything like that, I take a lot of inspirations from like the old heads like Jay-Z, Biggie, and then just from everywhere, you know what I mean? Because I just try to incorporate pieces of every type of music and everything into me, just so I can be better all around and be versatile.
I feel that. I definitely can relate to Biggie. I was rocking Biggie, way before it was all a dream and I didn't have one.
Man, he's just got that flow, Biggie, when he just talk, he's just laying back, just talking to you, and that's what I really took from him. And a lot of artists like him, I think Jay does the same thing too. They just have this conversational type of rap where it's like you can just listen to them and it's almost like they're speaking to you one-on-one. And I want to have the same thing when I do it,
For sure. It's interesting though. It's kind of like, the East Coast influences, but so West Coast in a sense,
Mm-hmm, for sure.
I kind of wonder how does that play in the mix, because me being from Houston, Southern, it's kind of like you listen to other things and they kind of play a part in your ears and what you like, but you still have those those ingrown homegrown roots. Is it kind of weird having such a East Coast influences in a sense, but still balancing out with being so West Coast? Is that kind of weird or different sometimes?
Not really, because like I said, I honestly got a lot of influence. I didn't name any Southern rappers, but Lil Wayne, for example, and T.I., those are two people who I really look up to, and Big Boy, actually, from Outkast, those are all actual artists too that I listen to. So the thing for me, it doesn't become weird because I take influences from everywhere. So it's just okay, I got influence from this coast, and then I'm gonna be West Coast because that's where I'm from. So that's what you're always gonna get. But also there's influences from here and there because I always try to expand my ear and listen to everything, ever since I started.
For sure, man. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. But back to your music, man. Parlay, a track like that, Obviously, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the link to Parlays in the description of this video so people can go listen to it.
Appreciate it.
But like a track like that, what was the inspiration behind that? It seems like it was just it's just a vibe, but
It was. It definitely was. So with Parlay, we were making, me and Narelle, actually, there was this tape we got for RTR. It's like a collective tape we got out right now by our DJ, CB5. It's called Lost Legends.
Mm-hmm.
So we were doing this session for that, and then they were just playing beats one day when we were in the studio. One of them was Parlay. And I just, honestly, I hope to heard the whole song. I mean, about 20, 30 minutes, to be honest, at least the hook. I had we got the Hennessy, and I had that already.
Mm-hmm.
So then I took that to the studio because I had to work on some other stuff. So I finally took that to the studio 2 months later. And then I went in there, and then I just heard the beat again. I laid down the hook. And I was like, okay, yeah, we got something. So then I just laid down the verse. And I'm like, okay, oh shit, like this could actually be something. And then the homie Warren, who's also on this song, and that's also Urel's little brother, he hopped on there too. I heard his voice, and I'm like, this could really fit on this shit. You know, I could see him doing some lit stuff on it. So I was like, okay, go ahead, bro, hop on that. He did his thing, I did my thing, and then when I heard it all together, I'm like, okay, this is something that could be like a banger, you know, something we could put a video together, throw at the party or something like that. And something that'd be cool as a first single for a project that I'm gonna put out. So I was just like, you know, I caught the vibe instantly with that one. You know, I really fuck with the beat heavy.
No, for sure, man. For sure, man. I like it, and the reason why I like it because it's you know it's a dope song, but it's you know it's some songs that's like it's not doing too much. It's doing just enough, and so you know, I'm rocking with the vibe of it. You talked about how that could be a potential single on a project. Are we working on a project right now? What we got coming?
Absolutely. So we got my debut actually coming out. I have put out a project already, but I considered that more like a demo. That was in my beginning stages of like my career and, you know, doing this whole music thing. And now after I gained the confidence, now that I know what I'm capable of, now I'm going full throttle with this next one I'm about to put out. So this was the first single off that one.
Okay. I like that exclusive. We love a good exclusive over here. Drop a clue bomb on it, boom.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
For sure. So you said you don't consider your last project like your debut. You did,
right?
Was that like your introduction to like getting into music, or have you been recording music way before that?
No, that was my introduction. Those were the first 12 songs I ever did, honestly, man. Okay. You know, that was the start of that. Before I've always I did raps and everything, but I used to be an athlete, you know, so I would play sports all the time, and that was like my main thing. But behind the scenes, like when I would come home, I was producing and writing raps. And then I always like loved it. And then I grown more of a love for it as I got older. And then I didn't start trying to record anything until I turned about 19, 20. And that's what came out, my first project.
Okay. What sport did you play?
Basketball and football.
Okay. I was a football player. I was basketball, football, but I took football more seriously than basketball, so I can relate to that.
That's what's up. What position you play?
I played quarterback. I was a quarterback.
Okay.
I got my
team.
Yeah, I got to college. I was playing at San Diego State University. I played 1 year. The dude who recruited me, offensive coordinator, went to Ole Miss, and you know the rest was history after that.
I feel you.
It is what it is, though. But I think it's so funny when athletes kind of go into music, because I think sometimes you take that same competitive nature from the sports life and you put it into their music life, and the work ethic is like nonstop. Have you noticed that?
Oh, most definitely, and that's been the case for me. You know, I just took that same focus I applied to basketball, and now I just take it to the studio. You know, now I just take it to business meetings and the things I have to do now. And honestly, it wasn't even that hard. You know, it's just through sports I just adapted. You know, that dog. You know, that go-getter. That you know, go attack your goals and go get it. You know. Which came from, you know, playing sports at a high level and everything. So it was just an easy transition. The hardest part actually was just the lifestyle, you know, going from being an athlete to being an artist, you know, it's two different. It's similar, but it's different. You know, you got to do different things and deal with different stuff.
You went
And
from early
also,
mornings to late night. My bad, I wasn't trying to cut you off. I see you went from early mornings to late nights.
Yeah, exactly. Literally early mornings and late nights. It's like, okay, now we gotta be up by 4, and then it's okay, we're gonna be here until 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that whole switch up. But you know, this was something I knew going into it that I was gonna have to do. So it wasn't nothing for me. It wasn't too hard to just get adapted to it.
Nah, for sure, man. For sure, man. Let's take it back to your home. Let's take it back to Crenshaw, man.
Bet. Let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's take it back to your childhood. What were like I'm not musically, but just how did the environment kind of mold you as a person growing up?
Shoot, I feel like, you know, the environment made me who I am. You know, it made me smarter, it made me better at certain things, you know, more aware, because you just got to be, it teaches you just how to be head sharp, you know? Like, it just teaches you how to, you know, keep your mind right, keep your mind sharp, because you always got to be looking out for, you know, everybody else. It's almost like you're playing the defensive on certain parts. But then at the same time, you know, also gain a great sense of culture, just from being out there, because there's a lot of culture in LA, you know, a lot of Black culture too, for sure. And especially in Leimert Park, that's like the hub for Black culture in Los Angeles. So, and that's the area I grew up in. So I would see things like, you know, African drums, you know, people playing them, you know, outside and stuff like that. And then you also get another side of Black culture, which is also, you know, gang culture and things like that. You see how it all started back in the 60s and 70s as a response to the police and things like that, you know, and you just see, you get a sense of Black history being in Los Angeles for real now. That's something that I really grew apart in. It became a part of me, you know, it helped me learn about the stuff that my people have gone through, not just in the city, but in the world, you know. So it's for sure shaped me to be, you know, very, you know, conscious in a way.
You got to learn about history in so many different ways, like, you know.
Right. One moment. Oh, it was empty. Where is it at? In the trash, it was empty. Yeah. My bad. It's auntie.
No, you good. Trust me, Lloyd. My people probably come busting in here in a minute. And you know, I'm kind of glad that I had to ask. See, there we go.
It was bound to happen, bro.
But I promise. You want to know something funny? While this is ringing, this is not gonna mess nothing up with the interview. Home phone has not been answered in about 10 plus years.
Man,
why is it here? Nobody knows. I promise.
Crazy.
Keep ringing. Well, it's done now. No, about 10 plus years. But back to what I was saying beforehand. Yeah, that's great. Like, what I'm hearing is, you know, the history behind it and everything, which I love how segues work, because they're actually, you know, it's kind of funny. From your environment that you grew up in, the culture that you've been, the switch from being an athlete to artist right now, the demo that wasn't really your startup, but it was your startup, that ain't really officially your startup, coming out to you got a project on the way, man. A question that I asked everybody on TalentedOnes, man, is which one do you prefer, the journey or the destination? But in this case, what I'm going to say is, how has your journey affected you on your new destination? Because you are a new upcoming artist.
Man. Well, first, I'll answer your first question. I prefer the journey, you know. I actually do prefer the journey. And then this journey for me has just been, it's been, honestly, me being an artist right now has been the hardest thing I've ever done. But at the same time, I've been having the time of my life doing it, to be honest, you know, because I always wanted to do it, you know, just from the simple stuff, just being in the studio and recording a song, you know, I always wanted to do stuff like that. And now I have the opportunity to do shows. I already did a couple of shows, you know, and then the opportunity to also use this and become a businessman, you know, start businesses. This journey's just been crazy, man. I didn't think it was going to be like this. At first, you know, I had the whole mindset of, you know, you had to get signed to somebody, you know. They had to put you on, mold you, and then, you know, ship you off and do all that. And now I'm here doing it myself, you know. And that's some complete change. You know, I thought I was going to get signed or somebody by somebody. I thought that's how it worked. But no, it's been the opposite. But I'm not regretful at all. You know, it's been great. And I've been learning more things and more tricks. I've actually been learning things I could apply to stuff that's outside of music, you know, just on a business level, you know, how to do certain things, how to, you know, just how to operate on a higher level. So, you know, this journey has just taught me how to honestly grow up, you know.
For sure, man.
It's grown me up.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. I like what you said about the entrepreneurship part. I think it's so funny how I think how old are you? Just a quick question.
22, just turned 22, actually.
All right, you know, congratulations. Happy birthday.
Appreciate you.
So you 22, I'm 23. And it's so funny how I think generational wise, I think it's kind of like, I think our generation is the generation of more of entrepreneurship. You know, our parents were the generation of, they did what they had to do to make better lives for us. And I think our generation is going to be the ones that build the foundation to make the next generation for us realize that everything is possible under the sun. And so you talking about entrepreneurship really just sparked something that was like, that I've been thinking about for a minute. I was like, yeah, this is the generation of Black businesses, Black entrepreneurs, and us really progressing as a people and really putting forth the effort to leave our stamp on this world in so many different ways and leave our names on something.
Most definitely.
Like definitely got your
Most
name.
definitely, you know. And to add on to that, it's time. You know, it's time for us to do that because, you know, one of our main issues is as a culture, us as Black people, is ownership. You know, we don't own a lot of shit, you know. And that's a big issue, you know. How can we have power if we don't have anything that is owned to us or to our name, you know? We just been borrowing and just been working for other people and stuff just to have a little bit of something. And I think just this generation has learned from the past generations and learned from our parents' talk. And also with new opportunities as well, because now we have the internet and things that you can do with that to where you can, you know, work from home now. You don't necessarily have to get out your house to make money anymore. So us learning those tricks of the trade and then just peeping game from everybody else that's been doing this, you know, now we come to a time where it's like, okay, we're about to do this ourselves, you know, we're about to grow and build our own businesses, you know, because we don't want to work for nobody. We don't want to have to work and take BS from somebody that doesn't doesn't care about us at the end of the day. We'd rather, you know, start our own, build our own shit, and then put everybody else on, put other people on so then they can do the same thing we did. And then that's how we grow. And then we all have ownership back in this country. Well, not even back because we never even had it in the first place. So we can finally start it and have like a real, you know, real strong like presence in this country and real respect, you know.
I respect that. I respect that. That we on the same way when we talking about this, you know. I definitely see you know, the passion and the care for it. We're pushing it further, culture-wise, business-wise. I respect that. Let's get to our music though.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. How did the connection happen?
Man, so Uriel is actually my boy. That's one of my oldest friends. I met him in the 6th grade. So that's how we got kicking it off. We were on the same basketball team actually. And then we went to different high schools, but around the time where we were both graduating, like I want to say 2016, that's when we went to this performing arts center in Crenshaw district. It's called the Pullum Center, real known spot. And we got reconnected there with another dude, another one of our friends named V. He's also an RTR. He's a producer. And then around then, that's when we're kind of talking about like clicking up and all that, but it didn't happen, you know. He was, it just didn't happen at that time yet. Then even for me, I don't even think I was ready. This was around the time I'm like, okay, I think I want to do music, but I wasn't sure yet, you know. Right. So then fast forward 2 years later, I want to say the end of 2018, I go to a school at the studio. Studio's nice too, big speakers, a whole soundboard and all that shit. And this was almost like my first time doing it, like going to a big studio like that.
Right.
because before that, I was just, recording in the little upstairs room they had at the Pullum Center, the Performing Arts Center where I was.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like legit and stuff. And then I'm talking to him. I'm playing him a couple of my tracks off of that tape I put out. He played me a couple of his, and then we're just like, yo, like, listen, start doing this right now. Like, right now. I said, hey, I'm with it, let's do it. And then from there, all of last year, we just been growing to that point, getting connections, meeting venue owners so we can have our own shows, talking to, trying to get our merch together, talking to film videographers and other dancers so we can have the rest of the stuff going. So, we started that about last year. And then this year, honestly, our main focus is just catalog. So we just been in the studio like nonstop. That's been one of our answers to the pandemic. Like, how can we do, or what can we do to continue to move forward? My idea was like, so let's build our catalog,
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some music out there, because we got a couple stuff out. I'll put out something, Urel put out something, our DJ put out something, but each of us probably put out maybe one project a piece or something. So my thing was, okay, let's Master P it, let's put out a bunch of records, or let's make a bunch of records. We can put them all out at the same time, and that way we can get traction, in multiple places. Like, let's say I'll put something out and I'm buzzing in Houston. Urel put something out, he buzzing in Atlanta. My DJ, he put something out, he buzzing in LA back home, and in New York or something like that. Now we got 4 different hubs that we can go through all as RTR, because we were part of the same crew. So that's what I was explaining to him, man. That's been our goal right now. Let's get this music out.
That's dope, man. That's a great logic, though. Make sure you spread it, grow, especially using the pandemic time well. You got to use it to the best of your ability. We don't know when it's going to end. Life can't stop.
Exactly.
You got to keep moving on it. All right.
Yeah, you got to keep grinding.
For sure, man. Now, last question I do want to ask you. I asked you this same question.
Mm-hmm.
I need food spots in LA to go to. I haven't been to LA. I've never been to LA. I'm ashamed to say, but whenever I do, pretty soon, I need food spots. So give me your top 3 food spots I need to try out in LA.
I'll just do it to you like this. What you like to eat?
Everything. Vacuum cleaner.
All right. Number 1, Trap Kitchen.
Trap Kitchen. Okay.
Gotta hit up Trap Kitchen. Matter of fact, they got an Instagram. Hit up they page, Trap Kitchen. They nice. You gonna like that. What else? If you like a burger, my favorite burger spot, I ain't gonna lie, is A1. That's real Crenshaw district too. So yeah, but man, they whip that shit up. So you gonna like that. And then third, you like Mexican food, bro?
I do. Yeah, I'm from the South, man. Texas.
Oh, bet.
Mexican food.
All right. So there's this spot. There's actually a couple spots. Honestly, there's Mexican spots everywhere, but Maria's, that's the one that's on my mind in Inglewood. Maria's, that's fire.
Okay.
Then you got all the other fancy stuff they got, like in Beverly Hills and all that, like the Maestros and the Flemings, and that's cool and all that. But honestly, like, if you want that real food, yeah, I hit up Trap Kitchen. If you want a burger, I hit up A1. There's a bunch of burger spots too, but that's my favorite. And then I hit up Maria's for the Mexican food. And I get a carne asada burrito.
I'm gonna have to do that. Reasonably. The fancy
sir.
Cool. It's cool and all that, right? If you want to get dressed up, I need the real food.
Yeah. Hit those up. What they got in Houston? Because I'm gonna pull up too.
Ooh, Houston.
Yeah.
Turkey Leg Hut is very known. Turkey Leg Hut, definitely. Pull up there. Long line, but it's always definitely worth it. It's stuffed turkey leg. They got Alfredo turkey leg. They got Hennessy wings. They got any type of food that you think. Turkey Leg Hut has it. Lotus seafood is good. I would say it's basic out here because everybody's on it. It's like your Instagram female's favorite spot to go to when they bored. But seafood, food-wise is great. Food-wise is great. You got Lotus, you got the Breakfast Club. That's a dope spot. If you want like I'm from the north side of Houston, so like Triple J's barbecue.
That sounds fire already. Triple J's.
Triple J's barbecue.
And the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, Triple J's barbecue probably one some of the best barbecue out in Houston. I'm putting the name. Let me just go ahead.
For sure.
They're not gonna talk to you much, and that's what I like about it. Like you walk in, what you want.
In and out.
In and out. What you need.
Perfect. Yeah, we can't eat.
Those are my recommendations right now.
Oh yeah,
I'll send you more on text, but those are what I got you for right now.
Okay, for sure. No, I'm gonna check those out. I'm for sure want to try to come to Houston soon, and then we gotta link up again.
Nah, big thing.
No, for sure. Yeah.
I pull it to LA, link up, pull it to the H. I got you, man. This all love out here. Last thing though.
Same, man. Same.
Last thing though, you gotta make sure the people to get that social media, man. Where can they find you?
Oh yeah, for sure. So peoples, you can find me on Instagram at Zay Suave. That's ZAYSUAVE. I'll say it again, ZAYSUAVE. And then on Twitter, you can also follow me at Zay Suave. That's ZAA_SUAVE. And then, you know, I'm on all platforms too. You can look me up on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever you got. I'm all on there. You can check me out. Tell me what you think.
For sure. He did his plug. Let me go ahead and do mine, man. Follow at King_J on IG and Twitter. I do follow back sometimes. Make sure to follow at TalentedOnes on Twitter, at _TalentedOnes_ on IG. Make sure to tap in with the company, man. We got a lot of business going on here. You see, we're doing the interviews. You see, we got great talent. We in LA now. Why would
we on the west side?
Yeah. Why would you want to keep tapping?
West side right now.
See. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to look out for merchandise coming soon and everything, man. So from myself, from Isaiah.
Oh yes. Ooh. Can I say one more thing before we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, one more. Give me one more. Because you said merchandise, right? It's something I wanted to talk about real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, before we wrap this up, I want to debut one of our jerseys we got coming up for RTR. Tell me if you like it, bro.
For real. Let me see the back of it. Let me see the back of the jersey. You got the merch, man.
Yes, sir. So y'all can look out for that. RTR merch coming soon.
Hey, I might
do it for the people. Go ahead.
So I might need one of those.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. We're going to have one with your name on it. Just tell me what number you want.
All right, that's a bit. All right, I'm going to text you. That's real.
Dead ass, too, yeah.
Hey, shoot. Hey, man, look. If you get the jersey, I'll send you a shirt. I'll send you a Talented One shirt.
Say less.
All right,
Say less.
So y'all heard it here first that we locked in now. The jersey and the shirt, we locked in, man. Make sure y'all go continue watching Talented Ones. Make sure y'all go listen to Zay music, man. From Houston, from LA, man. We out, man. We appreciate y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep subscribing. Make sure to vote.
Yes, sir.